One. Here we go. Coming to you from the land of enchantment, Albuquerque, New Mexico, but heard in all four quarters of the world. This is another sports rant, bringing you the juiciest sports drama, as well as the sharpest statistics I have to offer, but most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, my own brilliant opinion. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe to that. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts, ladies and gentlemen, please leave a rating and review on that front. If you are watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe, comment, do whatever you like. Love the support. Helps me get integrated into your algorithm. If you also wouldn't mind going to follow my Instagram, my X, and my TikTok. When I say X, I mean Twitter, not my ex-girlfriend. Please, God, no. And for sure, updates and more. Absolutely. We got to get you guys right into that algorithm. And if you enjoy the show, yeah, it's awesome. But let's get straight to it, ladies and gentlemen, because oh boy, do we have a show for you. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, we have massive news. Massive news. Football is back. The Hall of Fame game is, as I speak, as I whisper soft nothings into your ears, is in commencement. The third quarter has just started. Chargers up 21-7 on the Detroit Lions. It is the preseason. I'm not really watching it, but God, every weekend until February, there will be a football game. And oh boy, will I be covering it here on another sports rant, because it's what got me started into the podcasting whole space. It got me going. But we have even more important news. While I was grocery shopping today, Terry McLaurin, I get a tweet. It pops up on my phone. I'm walking in the shop and I'm grabbing a salad, and I see Terry McLaurin has requested a trade from the Washington Commanders. Probably had his best statistical season last season with 82 receptions, 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. He was damn good. Pretty damn near amazing. The Commanders were in the NFC Championship game, and they traded for a new piece in Deebo Samuel over the offseason. They're trying to get better at wide receiver. The problem is, Terry has been with them forever. Terry McLaurin is probably one of the most loyal NFL players I have possibly ever seen in my lifetime. The man has never left Washington. Not once. This is the first, after his most successful season, this is the time he feels like he needs to request a trade. And I find it so incredibly fascinating, because it's probably after his best statistical season, so yes, he should get paid. That is my opinion. The long-winded way of saying he should get paid. Give that boy his bread, because he has been incredibly loyal to you he has been through the dark times with you guys. He has been through Taylor Heineke, who is playing right now in the Hall of Fame game, which is played in Canton, Ohio. Which people, nobody actually, we get excited because it's football, right? But nobody actually cares or watches about the Hall of Fame game. Nobody cares about the preseason, right? So, this is somebody who is incredibly important to your organization, a fan favorite, and he is now requesting a trade. He was standing in, he was holding in. He was going to training camp, but he just wasn't suiting up or practicing. Just get this man his money. I understand. We all want. He wants to be part of the Commanders. It's obvious. He wanted to be part, but there's now reports of him 6 different teams are interested in Terry McLaurin. 6 different teams. People are interested. I think the New England Patriots would be incredibly interested in Terry McLaurin. He's mature. He's one of the very few wide receiver ones who has some maturity. Who is, and that's why he's stuck it out in Washington for so damn long, is because he actually has a brain in his skull. But he finally wants to get paid. And they should pay him, or the Patriots, or somebody else will pay him. Jerry Jones might pay him before he pays fucking Micah Parsons. That's a whole other can of worms, but still, it is good googly moogly. The man just had the best season of his career. He has a relationship with your young quarterback. Just pay the man. Right? Just pay the man. It's not even that complicated. But anyway, I digress because I have a it is so nice to just be talking football. That is one of the top trending searches in sports on Twitter right now. Is football is back, baby. We are back. We will be talking about it until February. Trey Lance is actually playing in this game, so it is incredibly bad, right? That's how you know it's terrible. Trey Lance was a number 2 overall pick, and now he is playing in the Hall of Fame game with Jim Harbaugh, like patting his shoulders, like, really? Like, dang, this is how the mighty have fallen. He was picked number 2 overall. This is a man who the 49ers spent so much damn capital on that they were like, oh, this is a for sure thing. They thought he was going to be the next Josh Allen. And boy, were they wrong about that for sure. That was a swing and a mighty miss. But yeah, there is a lot more. Like Terry McLaurin, I have here a list of my top 10 quarterbacks heading into this season and into the 2025 NFL season. Number 10, we'll just like jump into it because I want to do this segment in kind of like flashy, but I don't know how to like set it up properly. But here we go. Number 10, Mr. Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, while being a regular season success, is the most hypothetically the best quarterback in football. If it was all based on ifs and ands and buts and candy and nuts, Justin Herbert would be an incredible quarterback. He would have multiple Super Bowls. He would have beaten Patrick Mahomes multiple times, but it just has not happened for him. He is great. He has all the physical tools, and he has shown how great he can be in the regular season. And then in big spots, in big moments, in big games, he has just kind of crumbled like a cookie. He is the crumble cookie of the NFL. Maybe that might be his nickname until he wins a big game. I like him. I like Justin Herbert. He is number 10 on my list, but we shall call him the crumble cookie, right? Number 9, Jared Goff. He's the last of a dying breed. He is the final stand in their pocket kind of guy, big non-mobile quarterback that is left, right? He is the last of a dying breed. He is the last of that Phillip Rivers, that Ben Roethlisberger, that just like stand in the pocket and deliver a strike, right? That is Jared Goff. He runs the line. Last year. He ran the Lions system to a T. He ran it perfectly. He ran it well. He was good. We are still waiting for that big jump, right? We are still waiting for the Super Bowl. He made the Super Bowl, right? He's done lots of things. They're a talented team. He has a talented team. He lost his offensive coordinator, but yet again, I think he still has some promise, though the Lions are a worrisome football team for sure. At number 8, I have Mr. Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield had one of the greatest turnarounds of all time. I just saw recently his last when he went on that 92-yard drive with the LA Rams, and which pretty much saved his entire career. That little stint in LA got him the spot in Tampa, and once he got to Tampa, it exploded. He exploded onto the scene. He played better and better, and last year probably had his best. He probably had his best season as a pro. I think he led the league in passing yards, if I'm not mistaken. He's just a great. His story is excellent, and it just shows how the Browns just really fuck up everything. Like I guarantee, maybe I'm wrong, but like the four quarterback joke mobile that is going on in Cleveland, um, whoever starts for them, you know what? Maybe Shador Sanders will look terrible if he ever plays for him. But if he like leaves and comes back, and it's like, oh, look at that, look at this amazing redemption story, that might be his path. Baker Mayfield has done the best of any Browns quarterback ever. I said it here. At number 7, people are going to get pissed. They think I probably have him too low or have him too high. Mr. Jalen Hurts. Yes, I understand that he won a Super Bowl, that he beat Patrick Mahomes, and he outplayed Patrick Mahomes in 2 different Super Bowls. I understand that. He also did it with the best running back, the best offensive line, and the best defense. I'm not winning a Super Bowl is a team achievement. He won the Super Bowl MVP, and he is a great quarterback. I am putting him in the top 10 because he is a great quarterback. I am just saying he is not on the same level as some of these other guys physically, mentally. Like he is there. He is a top 10 quarterback. He is just not necessarily as skilled. It's fine. He does his job perfectly. Get the ball to fucking Saquon. Get the ball to A.J. Brown. Don't get sacked, right? He does his job well. Being a game manager is not necessarily a detriment, and he does the tush push to perfection. Yes, it is a boring, lame, silly thing. Like he's a great quarterback, and I've seen a lot of discourse going around him about him and Cam Newton. I might touch on that later, but yes, Super Bowl champion, but pump the brakes just a touch, because when he did lose his offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen, to a head coaching position, he digressed. He regressed as a player. Not necessarily as a person, that's why he was able to bounce back, but he did digress as a player. I don't know how he will if he will regress again this season, because he does not have his offensive coordinator again, because they also lost him to a head coaching position. But we will see. That's why I have him at number 7. At number 6 is the only man who almost beat him, Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is probably the only... I get a lot of hate because I'm like, well, Matthew Stafford is the only guy outside of Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, and now Jalen Hurts, who has won a Super Bowl in the last decade. It's weird to think about it, but yeah. In the last decade or so, outside of those big guys, that was it. Matthew Stafford, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. Those are the quarterbacks. So putting him on this list is not insane. He is also the oldest one, and he has been, ever since he got to LA, they have been a contender when he was healthy. They have been dangerous. They were the toughest test for the Eagles last season, in the playoff run. I think it was the only thing that really got them was the snow, and Saquon Barkley just being Saquon Barkley. But yeah, that's why I have him at number 6. At number 5, little controversial, a little out there, but I think a lot of people would agree with me right now. Number 5 is Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels probably had the greatest rookie season of any singular quarterback ever. He took his team to the NFC Championship game, which is impressive in itself. But he did it off of zero expectations. There was beginning of the season, everybody was like, the Commanders are gonna be ass. They're gonna be terrible. It's gonna take a long time for Jaden to become more than just RG3 or whatever. And everybody was hyping up the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears won 5 games and were awful, but they were set up, but Caleb Williams is set up for success, right? And Jaden Daniels is not set up for anything. Jaden Daniels was just going to be just stuck in limbo or just on this bad team out in D.C., and he turns out to be probably the best rookie quarterback we've ever seen. In my humble opinion, he is the best. I think he did overcome Andrew Luck in that sense. But he is not ahead of this number 4, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow led the league in passing yards last season, led the league in passing touchdowns last season, and was an absolute force to be reckoned with. He was probably a deserved MVP candidate if the Bengals had any substance on defense whatsoever. They had the Triple Crown. Like, the Bengals are just, they might actually be one of the worst team in Ohio besides the Browns. I know it's kind of crazy to think of that, but yeah. They are so lucky that the Browns are up in the northeast corner, or otherwise they would be the worst team in Ohio. Because they have so much talent. And they just squander it. And it doesn't make sense, because Joe Burrow, I think Joe Burrow has carried this team, this franchise, on his back. Him and Jamar Chase, the offense itself has just carried that entire team on its back for the better part of 5 years, right? And they have nothing really to show for it. They have a Super Bowl appearance. He's been the one man who has actually beaten Patrick Mahomes pretty surely in the AFC. Other than because the two guys I put ahead of him have not in the playoffs, have not outperformed Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. That is why when I was writing my notes for this, I was like, you know what? Yeah, these two through 4 are kind of interchangeable. We can kind of flip-flop them around as it progresses through, as the season progresses. But this is just going into 2025, the year of our Lord. At number 3, I have Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is one of the most unguardable quarterbacks of all time, if not the. He has a 23-1 record. If I'm not mistaken, he's either 23 or 22-1 record against NFC teams when facing them for the first time. It's insane. You cannot watch film on him because it is just, you have to experience it to beat him. Because he is just so incredibly unguardable that it does not matter how much film you study or how much you look or prepare, he will beat you either throwing the ball down the field or just running right by you. Ask every single Bengals player in 2019. They were clowned by Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is a multiple-time MVP, and he will probably win another one. The only thing that the Ravens need to do is win a Super Bowl for him to become a bona fide star top quarterback of all time, right? Because if you always have to have that big shiny ring to flex at people and say, you know what, well, no, I got this. I have MVPs and this, right? The other guy who also does not have, he has an MVP, and I put him above Lamar Jackson because I'm thinking about this is a 2025, as in the year of our Lord 2025, Mr. Josh Allen. He was the greatest physical force since Cam Newton. He is incredible, just running the football, passing the football, dragging a kind of a mediocre Bills team to AFC championship games, and, you know, kind of sputtering out, but still being an impressive football player through and through. And I've had to watch him beat up on my Patriots for the better part of 5 years. And it's been frustrating, but I have respect for him. He's a great guy, and have well deserved it at the number 2 spot. And we all know who's in number 1. It pains me to say it, and even though coming out off of a Super Bowl loss, he is still going to be the best quarterback in football, and that's Patrick Mahomes. and I'm not going to sit down and praise him because I'm not Chris Collins. We all know what he's done. Two-time MVP. He is an incredible force to be reckoned with. He is probably coming into the biggest judgment moment of his career. This season will be defining. He stepped up to the plate and makes another spectacular run. It's a little jab. It's a Super Bowl or something bigger. We all have to kind of shut up. But you know what? He is not only the